Since 1995, numerous commercial video games based on LEGO, the line of plastic construction toys manufactured by the LEGO Group, have been released. The first video game based on LEGO, titled Fun to Build, is a Sega Pico educational children's game developed and published by Sega. It was released exclusively in Japan in 1995. Following the second game, LEGO Island, developed and published by Mindscape, the LEGO Group published games on its own with its LEGO Media division, which was renamed LEGO Software in 2001, and LEGO Interactive in 2002. The division also co-published with Electronic Arts before closing. Former LEGO Interactive staff founded company Giant Interactive Entertainment for future LEGO game publishing. Following the release of LEGO Star Wars, Giant merged with Traveler's Tales to form TT Games. TT Games was acquired by Warner Bros. Games in 2007, making WBG the primary publisher for LEGO games.
LEGO Racers 2 is a LEGO-themed racing game developed by Attention to Detail. It is a sequel to the 1999 game LEGO Racers. Following the first game, Rocket Racer issues a new challenge to find the best racer in the galaxy, summoning the greatest racers of all time to planet Zalix for the Galactic Racing Championship. Players must prove their driving skills to qualify for the ultimate race on planet Zalix. Unlike the original LEGO Racers, the player has more freedom, because the player can race, or drive freely, and there are other characters that the player can talk to. LEGO Racers 2 also has, like in the original, a car and characters designer. It has more bricks but fewer characters to make and edit. In LEGO Racers 2, up to 11 opponents can be chosen. There are 5 large worlds, starting with the hometown, Sandy Bay. The player wins 4 races in Sandy Bay, then collects gold bricks to move on to Dino Island, Mars, Arctic, and finally Zalix. In Zalix, the player will face Rocket Racer, who when beaten, will hand over the title as the greatest racer in the galaxy. Each world is based on a particular theme. In addition to racing cars in the Racers product line, each theme is based on an actual series LEGO sets, and includes parts of those sets. Upgrades for player's car may be obtained by winning mini-games. There are 2 mini-games per world, one on an easy level and one on a difficult level. There are 3 categories of upgrades available: Grip, which improves how well player's car turns and how much their car slides; Power, which controls how fast player's car goes and how much climbing power their car has; and Shield, which controls how much damage the car can take before being destroyed. Power-ups are various types of weapons that can be used while racing. Players obtain a power-up by driving over a glowing LEGO brick. Persons in last place will receive the best power-ups. Unlike LEGO Racers 1, there are no power-enhancing bricks for their power-up. Island Xtreme Stunts is an action-adventure game, and the sequel to LEGO Island 2, The Brickster's Revenge, making it the 3rd game in the LEGO Island series, despite dropping the original LEGO Island title and logo from the name. Like LEGO Island 2, the player controls Pepperoni, the lead in an action movie being filmed on LEGO Island, throughout the game, exploring the island in a non-linear style. Players are able to control and ride various vehicles throughout the city. There are various collectible items scattered throughout that will rebuild animals composed of large LEGO pieces, and there are also mini-games in some parts of the city, such as helping one of the grocery store owners arrange and organize crates for storage. When filming stunts, the player is briefed by the director on how to perform the stunts within the scene, followed by a practice room where Pepper can practice controlling the vehicle used in front of a blue screen. The player is then taken to perform the scene by playing the minigame within it. Upon its completion, players are taken to the screening room to see a take of the scene, which includes some humorous and unintentional event taking place behind the scenes. Players are then graded on their performance, based on how quickly objectives were completed and how many bonus stunts were performed. From 2002 to 2003, an official Island Xtreme Stunts series of LEGO sets was released. The line featured replications of the characters to semi-canonical sets such as skateboard parks and various vehicles used in the game. However, these did not financially impact the success of either the game or the LEGO series itself, and the theme was discontinued after the first year. The sets are now collector's items. Soccer Mania is a LEGO licensed soccer game. Teams are based on characters from LEGO sets. The game takes a more arcade-style approach to soccer, with fast-paced gameplay and power-ups that aid the team. There are 5 game modes: Quick Start, which starts a game with random teams, Exhibition Mode, Story Mode, Skill Zone, which has 5 tutorials on how to play the game, and LEGO Cup, a World Cup-like mode where players choose a country and face other countries. Players start with only 3 playable teams, but unlock each team they defeat in Story Mode, and unlock 1 player each of a special team in each of the 6 objectives in Skill Zone mode. The game received mixed to negative reviews, with critics singling out the lack of depth to the game as its main flaw. Set in the year 2015, Drome Racers is a combination of racing gameplay with the LEGO license, offering vehicles based upon the 2002 LEGO toys. It also received an enhanced GameCube port and a spin-off for the Game Boy Advance. Career mode puts the player in the role of Max Axel, who is tasked with winning the coveted Drome Championship. To do so, he must work his way through the ranks by completing a number of multi-challenge races, a series of races in which the completion time in one round is carried over to the next. For example, if Max finished 3 seconds behind in the last race, the leader is awarded a 3-second head start in the next. The overall winner is the first to cross the finish line in the final race of the series. Preceding each multi-challenge series is a qualifying drag race, where victory is determined by a good start and proper gear shifting. The game received mostly mixed or average reviews. Most critics voiced that the gameplay was mediocre, with Ryan Davis of GameSpot saying of the PC version,
"What little originality it has, like the qualifying drag races, is seriously underplayed, and most of the experience comes off as generic."
Bionicle is a third-person action-adventure based on a line of LEGO toys released in 2001. The Bionicle toy line became one of LEGO's biggest selling properties at that time, turning it into a franchise and being one of the many factors in saving the company from its financial crisis of the late 1990s. Unlike previous LEGO themes, Bionicle was accompanied by an original story told across a multimedia spectrum. It depicts the exploits of the Toa, heroic biomechanical beings with innate elemental abilities whose duty is to maintain peace throughout their universe. Bionicle's success prompted subsequent LEGO themes to use similar storytelling methods. The game's story, which takes creative liberties with the official Bionicle story, follows the Toa as they defend the island of Motunui from the return of the evil Makuta and his minions. The game is made up of 8 levels, and in each level the player controls a different Toa. While the majority of the game consists of standard action-adventure gameplay, others use mechanics like snowboarding or lava surfing. Throughout the game there are also a number of lightstones for the player to collect. Collecting lightstones unlocks additional content within the game. Bionicle received mixed to negative reviews from critics, who disliked its short length and camera angles. Some gameplay elements, like the elemental absorption mechanic, were viewed more favorably. Bionicle sold poorly upon its release, resulting in the developer, Argonaut, not receiving any licensing royalties. The company would dissolve in August 2006. Bionicle Heroes, a 3D third-person shooter, stars Bionicle's 2006 featured characters, the Toa Inika and the Paraka. However, the game also features enemies from previous years. Players must destroy enemies, solve puzzles in order to progress further, and throughout the game, maximize their individual special powers and gain better and deadlier weapons. There are 25 levels and 19 bosses in total. Instead of rigidly following any of the official storyline, as it could possibly restrict creative freedom, the Traveler's Tales team decided to create an independent story with as many memorable Bionicle characters present as possible. This proved difficult when balanced against fan expectations. The game engine was built upon the engine used in LEGO Star Wars. The game received mixed reviews from critics, who praised the humor but found the gameplay to be simplistic and repetitive.